Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Well, happy birthday to the Duchess of Sussex. Happy birthday and many happy returns of the day. Many, many happy returns. So let me go all the way to the beginning so I can see who was here first. Connie Bomber! Connie Bomber! Happy Meghan Markle's birthday. Happy Princess Meghan, Duchess of Sussex birthday. Let's see, Lynn E is here. And Lydia Washington. Fancy Fancy, and a host of friends and others. Hey, Black Queen, Kim Peaches. I'm scrolling quickly. Thank you, thank you. All right, and scrolling all the way to the very last. Wow, you guys have been having one heck of a conversation. Uh, Let me see here. Antoinette Kennedy. Okay, I'm scrolling. Wow, so much. Am I that late? Oh, and happy Friday to you, everyone. Okay, Jean Manafee. Hey, Lottie, Madame Truffaut. Is it Truffaut? 451. I hope I'm saying it right. Lady Windrush. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with it. Sharon Chung. Okay, Maureen Reed. Vanessa V. Marshar. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take my face away from here. And yeah, so it's Meghan's 42nd birthday. So I had a couple of things planned for the occasion. Uh, and as you can see, this is actually, I think it's from 2017, but I like it. I love it. I love the contrast of the silver and black tones used for the image of Meghan, and then of course that very um, layered red backdrop. I think is beautiful. So happy birthday, Meghan Markle from Suits USA. So yeah, I do believe this is from the actual television show. Wishing our Duchess a happy birthday because, as you can see, it says Suits USA, not Peacock, not Netflix. Although, thanks to Netflix, there has been quite a resurgence in the interest of that show. I'll show you later, but I'll just say this right now. Suits is breaking its own record. Their only competition in terms of a show that is being streamed in that category is Suits. There is no other competition now. They have blown the competition away. They have rid themselves of anybody else coming close. Hello, Sherry Ware. Darian is here. Okay. H. Knight. Brenda Phillips. All right. So then, of course, I decided to play with it just a little bit, and I decided to use the reflection setting. So it creates almost as though someone is going to walk across the stage right in front of it. But yeah, I love to do that. That's one of my favorite things. Okay, Cynthia, I heard you. Cynthia Henderson says Suits is binge worthy, y'all. I'm going to watch it. How about that? Since it's Meghan's birthday, how about I start Suits? I'm afraid because you guys may not hear from me for a while, but okay, you have convinced me. So you all remind me that Cynthia Henderson is the reason why I have disappeared for days. The reason why I'm in my pajamas more than Hugh Hefner, it is because Cynthia said Suits is binge worthy, y'all. So just remember who started this. I don't know. You can send out an SOS or file a missing persons. It won't matter. I will be watching Suits, I'm sure. So Inside Edition says scenes in Suits is breaking the. Is it? Is it? All right, Sonia Alexander. Okay, you guys, make sure you write that down too. Sonia Alexander is the other person pushing and prodding me until I finally start Suits. And let's see, Beverly Jackson says you won't regret it. Suits is a great show. Okay, okay. Remember, remember what you asked for. I'll see y'all in about a month. See, that's why I'm afraid to start because once I start, I just don't know how to stop. It's just like it's like having a good chicken wing. Once you start munching into it, you want to make sure you get the flipper, the gristle, you want all of it. You want to make sure that there is no marrow in those bones. You got to get all the flavor out of it. So, okay, we'll see how it goes. And of course, let's go to the Wayback Machine. Happy birthday, Meghan Markle. There you can. I guess this is high school, not middle school, right? It would be high school. This would be graduating from the 12th grade, I think. Looks like a middle school photo. Gosh, she looks so young. Well, she is young. And I should have used some different lettering because, Church Nelly, it is 6 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock on the East Coast. And you guys know Church Nelly may be in her rheumatism medicine right now. And so that type of lettering might, mess with her eyes a little bit. It might mess with her buzz. So I apologize, Church Nelly, wherever you are, for the lettering. I just thought about that when I looked at it. I'm just like, Church Nelly's going to think that she's already at her limit if she sees this. So, Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. All right. So moving on with that, I also want to go back a little bit further. If you listen to the Derangers, if you listen to the I don't know, the Royal Rodents, this is that moment when Meghan wearing those horn rim glasses and with that curly hair of hers, and also this is that moment when when Prince Harry, when they didn't even know each other, but even in those days, they were already planning to overthrow the monarchy and take over the entire Western civilization as president and vice president of all of humanity. That is the scheme that they're working up as Meghan looks very serious with those little horn rim glasses and that speckled shirt from the 1980s. You can tell she's up to no good. Um, and of course, it wouldn't be much longer before she was staking out Buckingham Palace. You remember that? They said she had stood outside of Buckingham Palace and made plans to overtake the British monarchy. Boy, they have quite an imagination. They should use that imagination to try to figure out how else can I make money? Is there any other way that as a royal rodent I can make money since the well has run dry and I don't have the Sussexes at my beck and call anymore? They loved having the Sussexes there because it was endless stories to write about. Now they have to rehash and cut and paste and think. I was listening to Duchess of Success earlier. Did my senses fail me or did I? Oh, no, you know what? I take it back. I was listening to Spaces. I was listening to Spaces on Twitter. And do you guys know what? Okay, I'll let you guys guess it. Some of you guys may have been in Spaces already and you know what I'm talking about. But there was another event in the royal family that took place long before Meghan married into that cult of the senior royals. But there was an event that took place. and it coincides with her birthday. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it was. I'll let you guys figure it out. But there was something on the the royal calendar that happened long before Meghan's birthday. So I'll let you guys figure that out. But I heard it in Spaces, and apparently one of the uh, very trashy magazines, one that actually sometimes is cool with the Sussexes, actually did a story about it, much to everyone's shock and dismay. Does anybody know what it is? Wow, you guys, I'm trying to see. Anybody? Let's see. Nobody's got it yet, huh? I'm checking. But it's on the royal calendar. And just to try to hitch their wagon to Meghan's birthday, they decided to write an article about it. How dare they? How dare they? Okay, nobody's got it yet. Cappy G, no? Okay, I'll tell you in a minute if nobody gets it. I hope I don't miss it. If you guys do get it, I hope I don't let it slip past me here. But yeah, it has something to do with August the 4th. Well, you're close, but not exactly. They were talking about it in Spaces, and they wrote an article about it. Queen Mother was born, the woman who liked being queen so much that she used twice in her title, uh, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. Yeah, you're right. She did use it twice. Okay. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys since nobody got it yet. Today is the day that a future tyrant, a future heretic king, was christened into the Church of England. Yes, Willie, this is William's christening anniversary or whatever, if you want to call it, that he was christened on this day. And apparently, one of those trashy magazines actually wrote an article about it. They had nothing else. And this is according to Spaces. So I have no reference to it whatsoever. But according to someone in Spaces, um, there's a magazine article that says that William was christened on August the 4th, whenever it was. It looked like 1915, as old as he looks. But yeah, so they wrote an article. And of course, to trick people into reading it, to make it relevant enough to draw eyes to it, of course, they had to throw the most popular on the planet. They had to throw her name in there, just to. Oh, you mean before I put that photo up? I understand. I understand. But yes, the madness of King Willie. That sounds just about right. The madness of King Willie. Okay, yeah. So they wrote an article to try to, I guess, clout chase for William. Someone even speculated that William himself may have submitted the information to the magazine slash newspaper just to make sure that they can try to make just a little grain of today's festivities about him. Hello, Anastasia. Oh, official Lauren Brown is in town. Hello, Lauren Brown. Okay, and so as I go along, I'm just sharing some of my favorite images of our Duchess. This one is actually from the Ripples of Hope, was it? This is from the Ripple of Hope night. And I just kind of lifted the image and put it on this sunburst, this blue sunburst like background, just to remind everyone that Meghan is the moment. I tell you, some of those people on over in Narnia, they wish that they could look that good with very, very minimal makeup. If only, if only. You're proud to be a part of the Sausage Squad. The Sausage Squad. Yes, I that rang in my ear until I fell asleep. I could not stop hearing it. And of course, one of my favorite looks for our Duchess is this one right here. That white suit is so glamorous. I don't know why I'm feeling like Diane Carroll. It kind of reminds me of Diane Carroll. Love this look for our Duchess. This is very, urban professional. I kind of feel like it's a good, what do you call it? It's something good to wear to a job interview. Somewhat conservative, the big belt and all. Yeah, yeah. This is definitely closed the deal. This is power suit closed the deal. One of my favorite looks for her is this one. Uh, what was it? April the Oh, I can't remember the date. My birthday, the same day the Titanic set sail. Different year though. Well, of course, did not get an article too. What was the date for the Titanic? Wasn't it like April? Okay, it was 1912 or was it 1915? I think it was the month of April. But wow, that's interesting. Uh, very interesting. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So, again, one of my favorite looks. Love, love, love that. And of course, I'm going to go through a few of my favorite looks for the Duchess. Of course, from what was the magazine? The Cut. Yes, the white power suit with the offset button. And of course, I guess you can call it a ball gown. But yeah, or a full skirt. But yeah, again, one of my favorites. And with that, let me see. Let me see which one this is. Oh, okay. All right. So I am going to intermittently throw a video in here and there. Check out this one. Yeah, you remember this one.
Okay, story time. Do y'all want to know how I know that the haters are obsessed with Meghan Markle? Like that there is a faction of people, like, who are just continuously spend all their time hating this woman. And I wasn't sure until yesterday. Okay, so I was at the UN yesterday for Mandela Day, which, amazing. Rest in peace, Nelson Mandela. And unexpectedly, I saw Meghan Markle. And I have been the biggest fan. I just love her. I loved her wedding. I loved her on Suits. I used to read The Pig. I have been a fan since pre-Harry, pre-everything, okay? I used to read her blog. So, I got very excited and I tweeted this. Woo! Lamp. But I tweeted this. And this, for me, went, like, viral. Like, my Twitter sucks. Nobody follows me. Probably not very funny. So, this is the most Twitter engagement I've ever had. And I was like, gee, why? Okay, I guess they love her too. That's great. But there were a lot of like, oh, it's good for you. That's so cool comments. But there were a lot of like really aggressive, targeted, racist hate comments at her, at me. People were DMing me, coming at me. Like really, really bad stuff. Like some of the worst hate comments I've ever gotten. And as like a tester, I tweeted about her a few times. I really am a big fan. Like, and these this is more likes than I ever get on Twitter. I get like 20 likes a tweet. This is kind of crazy. And it continues like 1,000 likes a post. First of all, it was fantastic. I love her. I didn't get to talk to her. I didn't feel it was appropriate to like ambush her on a day of remembrance for Nelson Mandela, but I got to see her from far away. I took a picture for me. I'm not going to share it because it was like, an off guard camera I took of her. But, anyway, it was amazing. But I am so shocked. Like, hundreds of people are attacking a teenager for being a fan of a celebrity or of somebody, like of an actress and I guess a princess or a duchess. Like, who? That's so weird. Like, people don't post, oh, I love this artist or I love anybody, and people just like pile on and call them names and call them racist things and are like, you must be a dumb brainwashed idiot. I was like, damn. So in conclusion, the comments are still pouring in, and let me just say, y'all are obsessed. Like, she has them pressed, stressed, obsessed, she got him. It's insane. And it's like grown men, random old white ladies, like, who spend their time posting the craziest theories, just the wildest stuff. And I was like, do y'all have a life? Literally, a random white man DM'd me to say, did you know she's in the CIA and like spying for people? But you know what? Despite the ridiculous hate comments I got for just saying I love Meghan Markle, it was a crazy full circle for me seeing her. I love her. Like, when I was 15 or 16, I went to the UN again, or I guess before, for a charity thing that I was doing. And not only did I copy her hairstyle, I collaged it. This is the collage. The lamp again. This is a collage that I made when I was like, yeah, I think this is 2016. And there's me doing charity work because she like inspired me to like be in philanthropy and be like yourself and be glamorous while helping people. I love her. When I tell you, her engagement hair was my go-to hairstyle for years. This is my junior prom. I did the same thing for senior prom. I love this woman. I've seen all of Suits, like, quiz me on anything. I loved Suits. When I heard like the dating rumors, I was like, yo, Rachel Zane, like, I love her. I love Suits. Like, I am very proud of having been a fan for so long. And she was so beautiful and so graceful and just like not calling attention to herself, like, really focused on the events of like of Mandela Day. Like, she was not, just really peaceful, lovely, elegant, quiet, focused on the speakers. Looking at her, like, made my day. It was just, wow. Also, fun fact, I missed my Yale tour because I was watching her wedding. I was in a hotel room, not in Haven, in Hartford, and I had to get up and drive to Yale. But I tried to watch her wedding instead, and I didn't make it in time for the group tour, and maybe that's why I go to Harvard. I don't know, not Yale.
I love the way she rubs it in at the end to the haters. Maybe that's why I go to Harvard. That is the way you deal with a deranger. You rub it in. You rub salt into their wounds. Yeah, that's how you deal with a deranger. So, keeping up with the Barbie theme, this is a new one. I kind of felt like I saw it before, but it was probably crimped on the sides. So this is a wider angle of it. But this is one of my favorite Barbies. But apparently there's an app called Barbie Me. Barbie Me. And I know I've seen this one before, but I think I like this one more. This is better. And check it out. I've shared this one before. And they even have one for Her Majesty the Queen in a very soft pink. There's the Queen. Looks like she's got a Chanel and a Bulgari purses. And then, of course, can you guys guess who this is? Does anybody know who this Barbie is? I know there's a bit of a delay, so I'll just go ahead and say it. That is our Serena Williams. That is Serena Barbie. Very, very cool. And look at that. They even got her edges. See how they laid her edges down? Now, that is a very smart app. Not only did they manage to capture the elegance of Serena, to catch the manner, the mood, the face, the image, everything, but they were even talented enough to lay her edges down. Now, I tell you, any app that will automatically lay down your edges, that is the app that I want to be on. So, I couldn't help it though. I just kind of noticed that. I'm like, look at that. They even laid down her edges. Maureen Reed, thank you so much for the super sticker. To Royal Sussex in celebration of Princess Meghan's birthday from this sausage squad. Yes, if you guys were not here yesterday, we realized that Dan Wootton, all this time, we thought he was saying the Sussex squad, but in actuality, he was saying the sausage squad. As a matter of fact, we will have to go back and revisit that one just for the benefit of anyone who may have missed it. But again, thank you, Maureen Reed, and thank you for watching and being a member. And a member of Royal Sussex. Thank you very much. Okay, so, so let's do Sausage Squad, and then we'll get to the Beagles, right? I'm going to go back and take a little visit to yesterday. Let me remove that because this has been trending like crazy. As a matter of fact, I have to speak about it anyway because that is in the title. That Dan Wootton has become unhinged, and he has. And you know what, guys? I cannot help but think that the pressure, as a matter of fact, I know that the pressure from the Sussex squad has made the difference. And he actually said it loud. He said it loudly yesterday. Oh, you think so, Connie Palmer? I hope so. They should make a Harry and Meghan Barbie. They did have some dolls for a while before that brutal hate campaign kicked in. Yes, Monte Cristo, he did give us a shout out. Hello, everybody. We're getting on Dan Wootton's nerves, and that's exactly how I like it. Sausage Squad. Okay. Let me cue that up. That is like my favorite new thing is Dan Wootton and his Sausage Squad. Oh man. Let me find it. Okay. Oh, by the way, you guys, thank you to the moderator that removed it from the chat, but there was a deranger who was very critical of Royal Sussex. I got such a kick out of it. I promise you guys. Some of the more offensive things that people say, I get such a kick out of it. I love knowing that I get under their skin like that, especially when they say, "What princess? She's not a princess. She'll never be a princess." I love that. They are just they're quite bothered by that. And of course, the more it bothers them, the more I'm going to have to remind them, yeah, she is a princess. And she is. Meghan is a princess of the realm. I know it. They know it. Everybody knows it. They just don't want to admit that she is a princess. But Meghan is a royal princess, a title that was conferred to her by the Queen. She is Princess Henry of Wales. Princess Meghan, to me, a princess. Okay. So let me set it up for you guys. Yesterday, Dan Wootton, here it is right here, he said to Victoria, whatever that woman is with the mop-like hair in the middle, and that is well, it's not a Hanna and Barbera character. That is Ingrid Seward. Ingrid Seward or Seward. That's who that is. Now, he lost it, and I'm going to share that with you right now. I mean, frothing at the mouth, chest heaving up and down. Now, of course, I cannot play the actual video. That would be all that they want right now.
People who they have to go after. Now, let me tell you, I really mean this because I've experienced it myself a lot. The people who they have to go after is this vile group of internet trolls called the Sussex Squad, who are their supporters. Right? And they spread disinformation, vile lies. They are literally, the Sussex Squad are the most vile, vicious spreaders of disinformation and hate and illegal material. Most vile, vicious spreaders of disinformation and hate and illegal material. Literally, the Sussex Squad, the most vile, vicious spreaders of disinformation and hate and illegal material on all of the internet. And that's their supporters. So I don't know where they get off talking about cyberbullying, Victoria. I don't.
Well, it sounds like they need to kind of bring it closer to home then, if that is.
Can you hear how unhinged this man is? Unhinged. He is losing it. This is like, and of course, he's only ever, that I'm aware of, he has only ever once mentioned the Sussex Squad, and that was when he was talking to Thomas Markle that time, Thomas Markle Jr.
Thomas, I wanted to ask you about these vile individuals who refer to themselves as the Sussex Squad.
So I come to my dad's house and start going through it, and I look on YouTube, and my God, I see the Sussex Squad and the Royal Sussex page on YouTube and the things they post, and that's where I found that disgusting video making fun of my father just because he's going to the Jubilee. I mean, and if you look on the Royal Sussex page on YouTube, you're going to see exactly whose it is. It's definitely Meghan Markle. And if it's not her personally, she's definitely paying somebody to do it.
So, like I said, this guy is becoming so unhinged that he's frothing. Look at his mouth. Look at his mouth. The most vile, vicious individuals, the Sausage Squad. So he's so upset that he's calling us the Sausage Squad. He's so upset that he's calling us the Sausage Squad. I had to think about it myself. Is it Sussex or is it sausage? The Duke and Duchess of Sausage. Yeah, is it the Sausage Squad? I guess it's the Sausage Squad. You're losing your grip, buddy. You're losing your grip. Let's see. Leg says, love the way he says hate. Hate. You can feel it. Yes, I told you his chest was heaving up and down, and he wouldn't even hardly let those women. He wouldn't even hardly let those women get a word in edgewise. B. Martin says, vile, vicious sausage squad. Here for it. So thank you, B. Martin, and thank you, Legs, for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, he was just so, I've never seen him so agitated. I've never seen him so agitated. And then, of course, he was like, had his hands flailing and everything. I wish I could show you the video, but I can't. But it was a sight to behold. I was just, I started like wiping the corner of my eye. I thought saliva had flew out of the computer and hit me in the eye. I mean, just that's probably why they're sitting so far away. They are sitting like we're still in the heights of the pandemic. Either that or they're sitting so far away to try to make people think that there's a bigger presence on this show, to try to make it seem like there's more people there. Why are they sitting so far apart? And then, of course, the Sausage Squad, vile, vicious. So that I guess that is the words of the day is vile and vicious. So much so that it deserves to be on a pegboard. Okay, so sorry about that. And then take a look here. Now, in the confusion of it all, I started thinking, what Sausage Squad? What Sausage Squad? So I went on the internet and I found sausages, little sausage doll. Monte Cristo says, Baron, I think Dan Wootton is taking a parting shot. GB News is about to suspend him too. The ladies were in shock. This was very unprofessional too. Royal Sussex fans have done nothing to Dan Wootton. You're absolutely right. I mean, we're just, and so he's like, there's hundreds. And Ingrid tried to tell him that the group is not that big. Well, we have a very big presence. I'll say that. We have a very, very big presence. But in terms of people, it's not so much the numbers, although the numbers are far greater than it was a year ago and 2 years before that. The number is great. But the thing is, we have truth on our side. We're an older crowd. Statistically, we're an older crowd. So we're not easily shaken by someone losing their mind like that. So either way, we're here for the long haul. We're here to stay. And whatever platform that we are using to speak up and speak out for the Sussexes and to stand up for the causes that are near and dear to their heart, we're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. Let's see. Lori says, Baron, he is just ashamed. The squad is dissecting every day and every single allegation reported by bylines. He is so mad. We are delighted on seeing him, disintegrating before our eyes. Yeah, and he is. I've never, he was smiling. If you guys recall, when he first, after the allegations, after the first article, he was smiling. He was literally on television smiling. And now there seems to be a bit of agitation. There seems to be a little fear in his eye. YM Droid says, copyright notice, the Sausage Squads are fans of Charles Fingers. So basically, just Camilla. Thank you so much, YM Droid, for that information. Oh man. But yeah, so I'm glad to see this. I'm glad to see that he is losing control. And Harry said, one of the things that the tabloid media worries about the most, if not the thing they worry about the most, is losing control of the message. And right now, he doesn't have control. Let's see. Lady T says, Baron, I'm contacting my attorney. We are going to sue him for $1 billion for slander. I think we have a compelling case. So, as I said, whenever these things happen, somebody's weird uncle is always outside the courthouse, outside of whatever the situation, selling T-shirts. So apparently there is a need for these Sausage Squad T-shirts. So if you guys are entrepreneurs, I would say you need to be out there selling some Sausage Squad T-shirts. Now, these are probably already under copyright because that name has been used before. But if you take a look here, There's one for you. I'm pretty sure that if you if you look in Dan Wooten's wardrobe, you'll probably find this somewhere. But so there's that one. So Yellow Rose T says E.T. just announced Suits broke records on Netflix and Nielsen 3.7 billion streams. E.T. also talked about Harry and Meghan's birthday dinner. Yes, thank you so much for that, Yellow Rose Tea. Their birthday denters, as Medea would say, their birthday denters. And of course, again, the Sausage Squad. The Sausage Squad. I'm telling you, that guy is unhinged. Oh, this is yesterday's slides. Let me get out of there. So, you guys, I have some good news to share with you on a totally different topic. And it takes us back to last year. Okay, ready for it? Okay, so in the spirit of our Duchess's birthday, we have this. Check it out. 4,000 rescued beagles bred for research found homes and best friends. That's right, 4,000 rescued beagles bred for research found homes and best friends. The dogs held in cages at a breeding and research facility were bound for labs. About 4,000 were saved, and almost a year later, many are thriving with families. Well, if you go to the Wayback Machine, you'll probably recall Harry and Meghan adopt a mistreated beagle mom. The royal couple adopted a 7-year-old dog named Mamma Mia. Yes, and one of the 4,000 beagles being freed from a breeding facility, her tail was wagging 1,000,000 miles a minute when they came to pick her up. So, you know, with everything that has happened, I totally forgot about Mamma Mia. A Regal Beagle is taking her place among royalty. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and Prince Harry adopt a dog named Mamma Mia on August the 11th, one of 4,000 beagles rescued from a breeding facility in Virginia that was found to have safety violations. Sharon Keith, president and founder of the Beagle Freedom Project, said Wednesday the Duchess is a known beagle lover with a rescue name Guy, brought extra attention to the efforts to find homes for a group of beagles that have captivated animal lovers across the country. So that is good news. We really probably, I don't think any of us have thought about this story since, but just so you know, all 4,000 of them have found homes. And we have to recall that that is in part to the Sussexes, in particular, our Duchess with her magic touch. It was a story that was trending for days, and it was on even the local news stations. Well, I'm glad to know that a year on, things have worked out for all of these gentle. Look at those eyes. The beagles, they have such an expressive gaze, and I think they're probably one of the more intelligent canines. So, yeah. I'm glad for that. And look at little Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia has been through it. She was like a one dog puppy, and I kind of cropped the photo because Mamma Mia was kind of sagging a little further back on her torso from all of the breeding that she's had to do. So to protect her dignity, I decided to crop the photo. But yeah. Poor Mamma Mia. She has been through it, but now she has a good home. I mean, let's face it, Mamma Mia doesn't want for anything, especially bathrooms, because they have dozens of them at the stately, palatial, opulent, picturesque Sussex Manor. She has her choice of bathrooms. They probably even installed fire hydrants in the garden for her, so she have a choice of fire hydrants. All of those things. So she's got a good life. Like they say, all dogs go to heaven. Well, if you can't get to heaven, at least get to Montecito, because in Montecito, as we know, there are no leaks. There's no leaks in Montecito. Okay, so good news. I'm here for it. Love it. Well, I mean, I'm just trying to protect Mama Mia's dignity. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Okay, let me see here. She's adorable, though. I mean, it's those eyes are so expressive. They're very expressive. Okay, so as we have already discussed this, let's continue with that. Legal drama just broke its own record on the Nielsen weekly streaming chart after garnering 3.7 billion viewed hours. Is that hours? Let me pull that down so I can see what it says. Minutes. Oh, yeah, minutes. Okay, yeah. 3.7 billion minutes viewed between July 3rd and July 9th, according to Variety. The new number marks a 17% increase over last week's 3.1 billion viewing minutes, which made the series the most watched acquired title in U.S. streaming history. And plus, everybody loves a winner. The drama aired on USA Network from 2011 to 2019. June 2011 to September 2019. It began streaming on Netflix and Peacock in June and has held onto the top spot on the streaming chart for 3 straight weeks. I wonder why. Well, you know what? More people have Netflix than Peacock. That's probably why. They just needed to be on a platform where more people can get to them. I'm pretty sure that Netflix is much bigger than, has a larger, audience than Peacock. Peacock just kind of falls among the rest of the competition, but Netflix, I think they're still number one for streaming, if I'm right. The series now has the 13th highest week viewing total since Nielsen began tracking streaming data, putting it next to streaming original Giants, Wednesday, Stranger Things, Tiger King, and Ozark. Suits starred Gabrielle Mock, Harvey Spencer, Gina Torres, etc., etc. Okay. And yes. All right, very good. Animated. Okay, so we're good with that. Well, congratulations again to Suits, to the cast of Suits. Now, let's get on to this one. The Sussex Squad fundraiser. If you guys have taken notice of the community tab, I have actually put a link for the Sussex Squad fundraiser in the community tab. So please make sure you go over there at some point. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to take it down, but it was one of the last things that I posted. And anyway, you can make your contribution. If you look all the way down at the bottom, you can see where it says Royal Sussex, $21. So I'm going to try to make sure I can do something every week, I guess, until Harry's birthday. Yeah, every week until Harry's birthday. But yeah, as you can see right there, that is my contribution. Now, at the time, the total was $8,988. I hear now it's like 16,000. Let me take a look. I haven't looked at it in a while, so I'm going. As a matter of fact, I haven't looked at it at all today. So my estimate right there was secondhand news. Okay, so as I look right now, $19,197, with 363 people have made contributions, and there's 87 days left. So yeah, 87 days left in this campaign. So I will make sure that I remind you guys, but it's just that simple. You go to the link. You can contribute anonymously if you like. Yeah, and some people choose to do that. But yeah, there you go. The Sussex Squad is doing what it does best. We're showing up and we're showing out for our faves. So thank you, Sussex Squad. Ha. Okay. All right. Very good. So what do I have on the next page here? Oh, yeah. And just to remind you guys, Ballet is a charity that was founded by Prince Harry and, of course, Prince Say-So. That's his other brother, in case you didn't know. He has another brother in with Ballet. Where is that? Lesotho, right? Lesotho. And so Ballet means forget-me-nots, which is very clever because, as you know, that is Princess Diana's favorite flower, the forget-me-not. And so the charity was founded by the two princes in honor of their mothers. Prince Say-So's mother passed away some time ago. So to honor his mom and to honor the people's princess, they founded the Ballet. And the money is to educate and to help with counseling and many other services for people in those communities that are suffering from HIV/AIDS, and of course the stigma that goes along with that, the lack of testing and such. So great charity. If you guys remember, Harry gave that lovely speech on behalf of his mother for Ballet. And I don't know, maybe I'll share that with you guys later, but not in this moment. But I tell you what I will share with you guys. I have another little video that I'm going to share with you right now. Let's do it. Let's do it.
What's your name? Dorothy Parker. Dorothy Parker, what a pleasure to meet you. My goodness, are you warm enough out here?
I am.
Oh, good.
She's been here since 9:15.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Are you from here? Were you born and raised here? Do you live here?
I live in Hoylake, which is about 6 miles away.
That's not too far.
No,
And what do you have planned for the rest of the day today?
just thinking about the honour of meeting you.
Thank you so much. That is the kindest thing. Thank you. It's a real honor to meet you as well. Oh, thank you. You're so lovely. Thank you so much. Well, happy New Year. And thank you.
One of my little projects that kept me up for a while was this one. I didn't use one of those apps to do this. I actually, well, in a way I didn't, but it took a lot of cutting and pasting and layering and such to do this. But somehow I had to remove Kamala Harris and find just the right photo of Meghan to put in her place. And so it is to remind everyone of the struggle that has been and continues to be for Black women of every hue. It just is. So that is the whole point of it, is just to remind you that there has been struggles, and that everyone that struggles, every Black woman in particular that struggles, only succeeds with the on the support from other Black women, especially from the past, that have had to endure, have had to fight to be in spaces and such. And so that seems to be exactly one of the reasons why Meghan is able to make it through some of these hardships, is because of other Black women. And that is really the backbone of the Sussex squad. The Black women are the backbone of the Sussex squad. They, there was, the story goes, there was a group of women, most of them professionals, that saw that Meghan was in crisis, and they saw that this terrible racism was being thrown at her in ever so sly and subtle manner from the establishment and from the British tabloid media. And so they took action. They, strangers, and probably still strangers to one another as far as I know. But the point is, because of social media, because of the internet, they were able to collectively push back, to, I suppose, call them out for their lies and such. And that has made a big difference. That has made a huge difference. And so even though they have been doing just about everything that they could within law and even outside of the law in some cases to try and tear her down, one thing that has been a constant has been the Sussex squad. So you guys should really be very proud of yourselves for that, because without the Sussex squad, whatever, and then this is why that monster is in such a panic, because it wasn't exactly something that they could just easily control. It wasn't something that they had expected. It's not business as usual. It's a new day, and there's a new sheriff in town, and it's called the Sussex Squad. So you guys should be very proud of yourselves for that. Okay. And I'm taking a look at a couple of the comments here. All right. Anna Boyd, hello. Anna Boyd says, hello, Baron and Squaddies. Let's celebrate all the Black women, attorney generals, and judges surrounding Donald Trump. God is good, and the Orange Man is getting his comeuppance. There you go. Thank you so much for that. I don't know which season, but there's one where he looks at Rachel because she reminds Mike of the one that got away. They do a flashback and show, what is it? I don't know that name playing the role. I thought it was cute. Really? Okay. I got to see that then. I'm so afraid, but I'm going to start tonight. I promise I'm going to start tonight. I'm afraid because you may not hear from me for a while. Okay, I'm just scrolling back a little bit. Diane Hawkins says, Baron, I love that reunion photo of the Sussexes with, was it Brokeback Harry barely able to climb onto stage after her birthday girl welcomed him home warmly. How nice. Really? What was that one? I don't recall that one. Reunion photo. I don't. Oh, was that? Okay. I'm at a loss. But thank you anyway. Let's see. Chabella Yellow Rose Tea. And all right. So I'm going to scroll back the other way so I don't get too far behind. And I'll go to the next. Now, let me just say this. I don't know how else to put it, but Meghan has downplayed an incredible asset and that is the face. If Meghan had ever decided to go for the ultra glam 24/7, oh, let me tell you something. If you think that the royal rodents are unhinged now, if you think that they seem to not know how to settle their nerves, if this was a 24-hour Meghan, you know, the hair, and everything, they wouldn't know how to act. I mean, this is the Meghan that just comes out for special occasions. And fortunately for them and their, you know, their mental health, she doesn't go that direction that often. But if she did, I promise you, they would probably chew all their fingernails off. On the one hand, they would probably have more to, I guess, complain about and more lies to spin. But on the other hand, she would take so much oxygen away from the royal family. So let me just say they're lucky. They're lucky that she doesn't make that many appearances, that especially for the royal family. And they're lucky that she's not a 24-hour, you know, glam person, because otherwise they would really lose it. So just so you know, that's what I think. Yeah, absolutely. Diane, I'm sorry, what I'm saying, Lydia. Absolutely. Let me say, Diane Hawkins says, Baron, go back in your photo deck to find the one where Meghan is wearing the white dress in South Africa and hairy blue linen jacket. He was walking ahead of her, barely able to climb. Oh, and that was in South Africa? I don't remember that one. I'm so sorry. I don't remember that one. And I probably would if I saw it, but I don't recall that one. But thank you for, I'll try to make sure I find it. Let's see. Cookies and Cream says, ET is a garbage news show. We need to contact them to complain. Let them know that we'll go after their advertisers. I'll be posting their contact information in the comments section after the podcast. Really? What happened? Oh, I wonder what happened. Oh, I saw that. Joy Moore's hair was about to blow down his backside. Okay, so I just this is a photo that I did some time ago, but let me just say for the Sussexes, we may be rich, we may be famous, and we may have 30 or 40 bathrooms in our home. But dear God, we're here. We're here. Just like Miss Seeley, they had to escape from Mr., or in this case, from the firm. Yeah, they had to escape the firm. So they decided to run off with Suge. And if you haven't seen this one before, I also did one that had the lashless, eyebrowless royal commentator. But this is one of my favorites. And let me see. Oh, let me do this one.
I can't get it out of my mind. Melissa, to you first. I'm looking in the upper right hand behind you. Is that a giant picture of Meghan Markle? And I also want to know, on your pineapple pillow, what does it say?
So I think the pineapple pillow is a room raider pillow. And yes, that is a giant head of Meghan Markle.
That's fantastic. And to Jackie, you know the question coming.
Yes, as you can see, I'll do that one more time.
Quick lightning round because I can't get it out of my mind. Melissa, to you first. I'm looking in the upper right hand behind you. Is that a giant picture of Meghan Markle? And I also want to know, on your pineapple pillow, what does it say?
So I think the pineapple pillow is a room raider pillow. And yes, that is a giant head of Meghan Markle.
That's fantastic. And to Jackie.
E.T. and Extra saying, I'm sorry, lying and endorsing slanderous narrative against Harry and Meghan, especially Meghan. I did not see that. Well, you know what? I never see their stuff anyway, so I'm going to have to check that out, but thank you for telling me about that. Oh, and this is one of my favorites. I don't know where this comes from, but this is almost like a comic book illustration where they use the dots. But this is one of my favorites of our Duchess, so thought I would share that today. And now, let me do this one. Some of you guys may have seen this before. Some of you may not, but here goes.
She would be coming home late at night, and a couple of times I saw her, and I had a little. The RCMP guys were parked here, and I told them that they were free to park here because I knew what was happening there. Sometimes the paparazzis are a pain.
Yeah.
I said, you're free to park here, and as long as you leave me the space for me to come into my garage, I'm fine. And then about 3-4 weeks later, the RCMP guy said, I apologize for taking so much of your space and stuff. And I said, well, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Jokingly, I said, Christmas is coming. Belgium chocolates will be nice. And she heard, she was in front of the RCMP guy, RCMP fellow, and said, chocolates. She came back, and then the next morning we saw a little bag with a gift from her for letting us park here. Very, very sweet, I think. But apart from that, we haven't exchanged other words. But she seems to be very nice.
Yeah.
She actually wrote me a little note saying thank you. Beautiful calligraphy.
Oh.
If she saw you, just hello.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I believe, I guess being persecuted all the time.
Yeah.
She learned better just to keep going fast. But the few times that I saw her, it was hello.
Yeah. Did you ever see Prince Harry here? Or?
Never had the chance. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to get invited to the wedding either.
Yeah. But a very nice girl, like a good neighbor.
As from the way that she presented herself, she's lovely.
Yeah.
Because when I wrote back to her thank you note, and I said, sometimes you're at loose ends, knock on the door, we have someone in the garden.
Yeah.
But it never happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're trying to be friendly with neighbors and make them feel safe
and welcome.
So that was Meghan's neighbor from Toronto that allowed the Royal Canadian Mounted Police to park in his driveway to surveil the house so that she would be safe. And anyway, he mentioned chocolates, and Meghan gifted some chocolates, but so not everybody in the neighborhood was for sale, although there was a couple neighbors, as you may have heard, that allowed them to put cameras on their property to peer into her garden and such. But everybody else was really nice, and she had a pretty normal experience before the rumors of the dating and the engagement. So that was just one of her neighbors who can testify how wonderful she was as a neighbor and as a human being. And that interview was obviously before the wedding, because he said he probably wouldn't get invited. But so there's a birthday twin. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize I had put that up so high. But take a look there. Happy birthday, birthdays. There we go. To these beautiful twins, Meghan Markle and Abigail Spencer, both turning 42 today. Did you guys know that? They were both born on the same day and the same year. And what's so weird is that if you look at the photo of Abigail Spencer there on the left, at a glance, you have to say, oh, that's not her. But pretty interesting, though, the slight resemblance, at least in that photo there. But yeah, so that's Abigail Spencer. She too is an actress. And I believe she was on Days of Our Lives, among other things. And yes, and they are friends. They are friends. So just a reminder that it is also Abigail Spencer's birthday. And oh my goodness, what is that one? Oh, yes. Okay, I'll show that in a minute. Now, take a look here. Archwell Foundation co-executive director James Holt, who's on the left side there with the blue sports coat. Today's show, Carson Daly Project Healthy Mind founder Philip Shermer joins a panel discussion at Harvard T.H. Chan something Creators Summit on mental health to talk about shaping the future of mental health communication. And so there is someone from Archwell. You may recognize him, James Holt. He was actually in the docu-series, Harry and Meghan. He was one of the people that had one of those little vignettes where they interviewed him. And so if he looks familiar to you, again, he's on the far left side. That is the co-executive director of Archwell. Oh, they look like Mumble's daughters. Is Black Cougar here? What is that I see there? As Black Cougar. Hello, lovely ladies. Good to see you. All right. Oh, there you go. Black Cougar is here. Welcome to Royal Sussex. Thanks for being here today. And of course, happy birthday to the Duchess of Sussex. And take a look here. Suits viewership is frankly off the hook on Netflix and will probably break a significant record within weeks. Now, that is from yesterday. Actually, that article is from yesterday. And they've already broken the record, so we know that. But to her point, Kimberly Ritchie, they are likely to significantly break a record because there are still people streaming new episodes and people finishing up some of the later episodes. So, yeah, it is going to be quite interesting to see how this goes, but I can't wait to dig into it myself. Now, take a look here. Of course, leave no opportunity alone when you can actually figure out some kind of way to start some stuff. Harry and Meghan not invited to Queen's memorial. Palace sources deny that the royal family is snubbing Harry and Meghan on the anniversary of Queen's death, as Charles plans to spend the day quietly reflecting on the loss of his mother at Balmoral. So they're not even having a memorial service. Now, they spent about 24 hours drumming up and trying to get everybody all agitated so that they could start they're not even going, well, there's not going to be anything to go to. There's not going to be a memorial. They made such a big stink about the memorial for Philip. Well, there's not going to be one for Queen Elizabeth II. There's just not. Charles doesn't want to do anything. It's been nearly a year since Queen Elizabeth II passed away. King Charles III acceded to the throne following the death of his mother on September 8, 2022. With the first anniversary of Queen Elizabeth's passing and his accession approaching, a palace source revealed to Bazaar.com that King Charles 74 and Queen Camilla 76 plan to spend the day quietly and privately. Knowing Charles, he'll probably go out and pluck some mushrooms like he did the last time. Like he did on that day last year. He'll probably go out and pluck some mushrooms. Thank you so much for that, Lydia. There is the link to the Centabale fundraiser. Yes, there's the link to the Centabale fundraiser. And if you can't use the link now, remember it is on the community tab. The choice is yours. Sharon Middleton, that's been implied that he did not have a fondness for his mom. And yeah, Charles has quite eccentric notions. He does things, or he marches to the beat of a different drummer, to put it politely. So I wouldn't say that you're wrong about that at all. And then, of course, I believe that the reason why Charles doesn't want to have anything is because the last time he was in Scotland, he got his feelings hurt. Plus, he has developed a bit of an allergy to eggs. I think perhaps that GPS monitor that they put on Egg Boy's ankle has come undone, and they don't know his whereabouts. They have lost track of Egg Boy, and since they cannot find the incredible edible egg thrower, it's likely that they just don't want to have Charles, in a vulnerable position, especially since the prices of eggs have gone down. They are probably a little nervous for the king and want to keep him undercover somewhere. So, and of course, the abolish the monarchy, the republic movement and such, and he is in Scotland. So I would imagine that the complaints about the amount of money that has been spent for the coronation, for the funeral, and anything else you could think of, there's probably just no appetite for it. It's strange, though. I almost feel like I'm in an episode of Twilight Zone, as if the Queen was not on the throne for 70 years. It is eerily silent. The silence in reference to the Queen's passing, to the Queen's time on the throne, it is deafening. That's how quiet it is. It's so silent, it's deafening. Kim Coates says, after 70 years on the throne, not having a one-year memorial is sad. Perhaps a few less pounds spent on the two coronations would have been reasonable. Yeah, the coronation, it could have been a smaller affair. They didn't have to go as extravagant as they did, especially with the one in London. That, I think that the coronation should have been something just a little bit more toned down, considering how many people are struggling. I mean, if the nation was at war, you wouldn't have a coronation, not anything that big and elaborate. So there doesn't even need to be a coronation. He was already king. But if the nation was at war, they wouldn't have done that. No way they would have done that. But the point is, there are people struggling, and it's no different than any other like national emergency. There's a national emergency going on with the economy, and not just in the UK, but in a lot of places. This is a dire situation, so they probably shouldn't have. Okay, and another reminder, there is a countdown. If you look behind that gentleman on the left side, you'll notice that there is a clock counting down to the Invictus Games, which should be 37 days away now. 38, 37 days away for most people. So we'll have that to look forward to. Not to forget, of course, about the Singapore trip and Japan. So this is going to be a very, very busy Sussex season. And I am here for it. And I'm going to be here to be just as petty and confrontational as necessary to defend our faves. I mean, petty with a capital P. Petty. Petty with a capital P. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Wishing my brother and friend Barack Obama a very happy birthday, says Joseph Robinette Biden. Yes, today is President Obama's birthday. And one of my favorite images, of course, this is the most powerful photo in the series. Remember, they are not supposed to shake hands, but the two brothers couldn't resist a historic moment. A black royal cop and never imagined in his wildest dreams that he would usher a black president into the British corridors of power. Nice, nice. And then, of course, because Obama had been wearing those dad jeans all these years, since he loved those faded dad jeans, did you guys know that, well, did you know? I'm just asking, did you know? I mean, if you know, you know, but did you know? Because I certainly didn't see that coming. I mean, he's been wearing those loose-fitting dad jeans all these years, but I guess once you discard those dad jeans and get yourself a pair of form-fitting chinos, all kind of things change for you. So, oh man, I tell you, if everybody's dad looked like that, there would be a Greek tragedy at hand, wouldn't it? But yeah, I was like, President Obama? Yeah, that is him. So oh man. I tell you guys, I am fun on a road trip. I promise you, if you ever go on a road trip, you would want me riding shotgun because the miles would go by like minutes. Alberta Sanchez, thank you so much for being here. Better late than never. Thank you so much for being here. The Duchess of Sussex birthday. And of course, you got to Barbie them. You got to Barbie the two presidents. And to celebrate President Obama's birthday, let me just share 2-3 of my favorite images of President Obama. He may have been the most powerful man in the world for 8 years, but that did not prevent him from being totally owned by his wife, humiliated, like the time when she wouldn't stop fidgeting with his bow tie. And just like a little kid, you know, when a little boy doesn't want you taking away his power, this is what happens. And so I guess, you know how they say there's not much difference between a house cat and a lion? Well, there's not much difference between a president of the United States and, let's say, a 8-year-old kid. He does not want your help, mommy. And so on the left side, you can see they're waiting for a state dinner and she's messing with his bow tie. And on the right side, there was another state dinner and she's like plucking lint or something off of his whiskers. And look at his mouth. Look at his mouth. I think as a kid, every little boy has done that. I love that. These are like my favorites of the two of them, where Michelle is just like, hold on, come here, hold on, just hold still. Ma, hold still. Okay, are you ready for number 3? This one here on the left side, this one is, there's something, hold still now, there's something hanging out of your nose. She literally plucked a nose hair or something. She plucked a nose hair or something. And once again, he's making that face like a little kid, like, please, people are watching. You're embarrassing me. And by the way, I guess that's something that runs in the family because, like I said, I had never seen him in clothes like that before. Well, I had almost forgot about her. Does Obama mean caboose in another language? Is that what Obama means? Does it mean caboose? The cabooses. If you know, you know. The cabooses. All right. Oh, I'm being really silly right now. Okay, so you can see on the right side the very close relationship between the Obamas and Prince Harry. And of course, I think it's really cool, even though the press likes to make so much of the fact that Prince Harry lives on the West Coast and mans his business, and the Obamas live on the East Coast and man their business. They try to make it seem like if Meghan doesn't spend her birthday with Barack, that there's been some falling out or something like that. Of course, ridiculous. So happy birthday, Mr. President, and many happy returns of the day. And let us never forget hope and change. There's always hope and change. Okay, let me see here. Which video do I have now? Oh, yes, the water bottle. Another one of my favorite Meghan Markle moments, the water bottle. Okay, I'm sorry. This one is not the water bottle, but watch it anyway. And you know what's so odd? I don't remember making that video. I have no memory of making that video. I just found it today when I was prepping for today's Royal Sussex. So that was odd.
Legacy does not belong to the self. It belongs.
Okay, so that was what I wanted to share with you guys. Was that one of my favorite moments, of course, was when the Duchess of Sussex came to the rescue when she saw that there was a woman in distress behind her. It really confounds you, some of the negative things that the tabloid media say. I mean, there's that kind of stuff, and then there's, the real Meghan. And what a shame that they get away with that. But then again, that's what we're here for. So I don't know that where the source of this image comes from, but as you know, William is on vacation right now. His whereabouts are unknown. So this AI image may be some type of Easter egg, like a little hidden message for us. Maybe someone has seen him and but thank you to the squatty who sent this and a couple of other images that I used today to my email. So I appreciate that. And yes, if we don't hear from him soon, then I will alert the authorities to let them know his whereabouts according, because I'm sure that, you know, Scotland Yard and the Royal Protection Officers will be able to sort this out. But like I said, this explains the yellow teeth. If you're consuming too much pollen, it will turn your teeth yellow. And of course, mother and daughter. This is a couple of my other favorite images. I love that hat, by the way. And the one on the right side, there was a big Yeti that was in the center of that photo. But I managed to remove the Yeti and bring mother and daughter closer together the way it ought to be. That is the way that it ought to be. So I had to purge the Yeti from the image. And this one, the flower image, which of course, that has been the nickname that she's had from her mother for years. Her mother referred to her as Flower. And speaking of mothers, with that, you guys, thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, the Princess Meghan, Duchess of Sussex birthday edition. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for walking down memory lane with us. It has been a pleasure. And thank you to the moderators, as always, for keeping this a safe space. Thank you for your very generous contributions. I love it when we come together like this on special occasions. And please remember that there is the Birthday Worldwide Sussex Squad Celebration fundraiser. What I said, but not necessarily in that order. But there is a link at the top of the chat. And there is a link on the community tab. So thank you, and a million more thank yous. Thank you, Lydia. Let me see here. YM George says Baron Will is trying to solve homelessness with a pulled pork sandwich and a kind word. Yeah, you know, I can't help but think that if there were more people offering pulled pork sandwiches, this world would probably be a much better place. What the world needs now is a pulled pork sandwich. It's the only thing that's just too little. What the world needs now is a pulled pork sandwich. Or the world may be in need of the Sausage Squad. I say the Sausage Squad is a good second place. Pulled pork sandwiches and sausage squads for all. Anybody just tuning in right now, they would probably be wondering, what the heck is going on? See, I knew that Sussex Squad was a weird bunch. Yeah, something about pulled pork sandwiches. What does that mean? Yeah, right. Let's go back to that. There you go. I love that. Okay, so sorry I missed so many of your comments, but thank you all again. And thanks for watching. And we will end the same way we started, with the Madam Duchess. And what else do I have? I think that's it. The last word of the day. Yes, we got to do the last word. Oh, thank you so much, Sherry Ware. Sherry Ware has a donation list for me. Greatly appreciate it. I am having so much trouble finding the X. That X, looking for the X is really... Oh, I got one more thing for you guys. Oh, well, it's not really a thing, but let me show you. I meant to have this playing in the background at some point and totally forgot about it. Totally forget about it, and I won't be able to use it again until next year, so I got to do it today. There you go. There you go. That's a little birthday card. All right, so I'll leave that while I'm looking for the list here. I'm looking in the wrong place. All right, so thank you, Elaine Parker, Maureen Reed, Legs, B. Martin, YM Droid, and Yellow Rose T. Thank you all so much for supporting Royal Sussex. Ooh, let me take a look at the Twitter before I go. Might be something new. Don't want to miss anything. Yeah. Oh, I see the Sun has the big full page. Harry snubbed for Queen's Memorial. There is no memorial. I bet they feel really stupid now. I bet you they feel really stupid after going through all that trouble, only to find out there is no memorial. Oh, what is this one? Oh my goodness, yeah, that's what that is. Oh, how about this one? How about this one?
Journalist and GB News presenter Dan Wootton has been suspended by the Daily Mail's news website Mail Online, where he writes a column. He has denied claims that using a false name, he paid colleagues thousands of pounds for sexual images. The Mail group said Mr.
So there you go. That was a little something about woo-woo being suspended. That was, I've been looking at those news reports and sharing and resharing them on social media. So the wider news groups over there are finally talking about woo-woo. Good for you, woo-woo. All right. So with that, you guys, love you, and I will see you all tomorrow. And happy birthday to the Duchess of Sussex. And our last word of the day is no bad energy. No bad energy. Okay, see ya.